If scientists could design the perfect daily routine to keep your brain young, this is what it would be. And I don't say that lightly. I spent days digging through neuroscience studies, psychology journals, and expert insights to put this video together for you. Most people over 50 start to believe memory loss, mental fog, or slower thinking are inevitable. So today, I'll share 16 habits backed by science and proven to keep your brain young, even at 50, 60, or 70. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Fighting mental laziness and rebuilding memory. Let's start with something simple but powerful. Mental laziness. See, your memory doesn't fade because you're old. It fades because you stopped using it. Just like muscles, neurons shrink when they aren't challenged. Here's the first habit. Try to remember before checking. The next time you reach for your phone to recall a name, a number, or even an actor from an old movie, stop yourself. Close your eyes, search your memory. That moment of struggle is gold. It forces your brain to build stronger neural connections. A study from the University of California found that when you retrieve information from memory, instead of relying on devices, your brain's hippocampus, the memory center, becomes more active and resilient. So give your brain a chance to work for it. Every recall attempt is a tiny workout for your mind. The second habit, memorize one poem, quote, or song every week. You might think memorization is old-fashioned, but it's actually mental weightlifting. When you memorize, your brain forms intricate webs of connections. This practice sharpens focus, strengthens recall, and slows age-related decline. Start small, maybe your favorite line from a song or a few lines of poetry. By the end of a month, you'll feel your memory muscles waking up again. The third habit, use your other hand sometimes. Brush your teeth, stir your coffee, or write your grocery list using your non-dominant hand. It sounds silly, but it's neuroscience at work. This simple challenge stimulates the opposite side of your brain and triggers neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to grow and rewire itself. It's the same principle stroke patients use in recovery therapy. The more unfamiliar the task, the more your brain has to adapt and learn. And here's the fourth habit. Teach what you learn. Whenever you read something interesting or learn a new fact, explain it to someone else. A friend, your spouse, your grandkids. When you teach, your brain organizes and stores information more efficiently. It's called the protege effect, proven in research from Stanford University. Teaching forces your mind to clarify, repeat, and strengthen what you know, turning short-term learning into long-term wisdom. Chapter 2. Breaking the routine and embracing difficulty. Comfort feels good, but it's quietly killing your brain. Neuroscientists say the brain is designed to save energy. When your days all look the same, it switches into autopilot, repeating old patterns and doing the bare minimum to get by. If you want to stay sharp, you have to wake it up. The fifth habit, change your daily routine often. Drive a different route to work. Rearrange your furniture. Try a new recipe. Every time you introduce change, your brain lights up with activity because novelty creates growth. A Harvard study found that new experiences increase dopamine levels, improving learning and motivation. So don't let your days blend into each other. Surprise your brain. It thrives on it. The sixth habit, do one hard thing every day. It doesn't have to be extreme. It just needs to feel uncomfortable. Maybe resist a craving, finish that book you've been avoiding, or take a brisk walk when you don't feel like it. When you do hard things, you train your brain to stay alert, disciplined, and adaptable. Difficulty builds resilience, not just for your mind, but for your emotions too. Next, the seventh habit. Do something you're bad at. Seriously, try painting, singing, or learning a new instrument. Anything where you're not naturally good. Failure keeps your brain alive. When you struggle, your neurons stretch and grow in new directions. This is how neuroplasticity works. Your brain rewires itself through challenge, not comfort. Think about children. They fall, they fail, they try again, and their brains explode with growth. You can still give your brain that same gift at any age. The 8th habit, read something that challenges your thinking. We all love to read what we agree with, but that keeps the brain in echo mode. Instead, read something that makes you uncomfortable. A different opinion, a new perspective, a book outside your usual genre. This forces your brain to analyze, compare, and reason, skills that fade when left unused. Critical thinking is a muscle, and disagreement is the gym. The takeaway? Growth never happens in comfort. If your brain never struggles, it never gets stronger. Chapter 3: Activating Focus and Mental Clarity. Let's talk about focus, the ability to think clearly and deeply. For many people over 50, mental fog feels like an unavoidable part of aging. But more often, it's a symptom of overstimulation, poor sleep, and constant distraction. Here's how to bring your clarity back. Habit number 9, practice intermittent fasting. Not for weight loss, for focus. When you fast for 12 to 14 hours occasionally, your body produces a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, BDNF supports the growth of new brain cells and protects existing ones. During fasting, your brain enters hunter mode, becoming sharper, more alert, and ready to learn. It's the opposite of the sluggish feeling after a heavy meal. Habit 10, take cold showers. This one isn't just for tough people on the internet. It's a legitimate brain exercise. When cold water hits your skin, your body goes into a brief stress response. Your breathing quickens, your heart rate rises, and your brain snaps into full alertness. Regular cold exposure trains your mind to stay calm under pressure. It's a simple way to build mental strength and wake up your focus. Habit 11, stay away from screens for a little time every day. Scrolling trains your brain to crave constant novelty, destroying your attention span. Turn off your phone, TV, and computer for at least 30 minutes daily. At first, it'll feel boring. That's your brain detoxing. But soon, you'll notice your ability to concentrate returning. In those quiet minutes, your mind begins to repair itself. Habit 12, try brainwriting instead of brainstorming. Here's how it works. Instead of talking out loud, grab a piece of paper, set a timer for 10 minutes, and write non-stop. No editing, no erasing. This forces your brain to dig past surface thoughts and reach deeper ideas. Psychologists call it flow writing, and it's been shown to activate the brain's prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for creativity and problem solving. It's one of the best exercises for mental flexibility. Habit 13, play strategy games, not mindless ones. Games that make you think ahead, like chess, Sudoku, or even certain video games, train the brain to plan, predict, and adapt. They create struggle, and struggle equals growth. Instant reward games, on the other hand, do the opposite. They weaken focus and teach impatience. So when you play to stretch your mind, not numb it. Chapter 4, restoring peace and deep connection. Now let's talk about peace, the quiet space your brain needs to rest and recharge. Because mental sharpness isn't only about stimulation, it's also about restoration. Habit 14, sleep in a dark, silent room. During deep sleep, your brain performs a process called glymphatic clearance. It literally washes away waste proteins that, if left unchecked, contribute to memory decline and diseases like Alzheimer's. But even a little light or noise can interrupt this cleaning process. So keep your room cool, dark, and free from screens, and let your brain do its nightly repair work. Habit 15, walk alone in nature without your phone. This might be one of the most powerful brain resets available. When you step outside, breathe fresh air, and disconnect from digital noise, your nervous system calms. Researchers at Stanford found that nature walks reduce activity in the brain's rumination center, the part responsible for repetitive negative thoughts. You return refreshed, focused, and more emotionally balanced. And finally, habit 16. Talk deeply, not just politely. Small talk keeps relationships shallow and your brain disengaged. But when you have real conversations about dreams, fears, regrets, or lessons, your brain activates empathy, memory, and emotion all at once. Social neuroscience shows that deep connection releases oxytocin, a hormone that strengthens trust and improves long-term memory. Meaningful interaction literally rewires your brain for resilience. The biggest threat to your brain isn't age, it's comfort. Comfort kills curiosity, dulls learning, and makes your mind soft. Your brain thrives on challenge, novelty, and purpose. It grows when you struggle, not when you coast. So remember, every time you choose to do something difficult, to think, to learn, to adapt, you're keeping your brain young. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Even at 70, your brain is still capable of creating new cells, new connections, and new potential. That's the miracle of neuroplasticity, and you have access to it every single day. So here's your challenge. Pick one of these 16 habits today, just one. Practice it for a week, then add another. Bit by bit, you'll feel your focus sharpen, your energy lift, and your confidence return. Because staying sharp isn't luck, it's a daily decision. If this video inspired you, don't forget to hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and share it with someone who could use a little mental boost today. Your support helps this channel grow, and together we can keep learning, improving, and staying young from the inside out. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.